Have you ever wondered about your color preferences? Why you like the colors that you do? Was thinking about it recently. I started off thinking about something else. It's this kind of dumb philosophical argument that says only colors exist. And they basically say that when you look at things, you see all of these forms. And if you analyze it, you think the forms are solid, but all you're seeing is colors, of course. Various shadows and shades and different colors that demarcate the objects we see. So there's a whole group of people that believe that only color exists. Of course, they don't take into considerations touch, which is very important, hearing, tasting, smelling. So they think that only color, apparently they only think people only have eyes. But I was thinking about this philosophy anyway. It makes sense if we only had eyes, because then we would be assuming solidity to objects when we really have no proof. But we have other sense faculties, of course. But it led me to think about my own preferences for colors, how they might have arisen. And, I was thinking maybe my mom, wore a yellow dress when I was little. And she wore it a lot, or a yellow apron. And therefore, I like yellow. Grew up liking yellow. I also like black and brown. Maybe my father wore black suit. Who knows? Someone else might have had a green bicycle. Their first tricycle was green or blue. So they grew up liking green and blue. Maybe someone didn't like or doesn't like green. And maybe it's because when they didn't finish their green vegetables, their parents were thinking, on top of them about it. Finish your vegetables or else. So they don't like green now. Anyway, I was musing about all of this. And I was thinking about race relations, white people, black people. And why somebody wouldn't like black people. Then I was thinking what a contradiction it is, I was thinking, well, what if they don't like black people? Do they like coffee? Do they like chocolate? Do they like black shoes? Maybe a black belt? Maybe they have a black belt in karate. But, in our thinking, we always don't want contradictions. So I was thinking about all of this. It's kind of a ridiculous thought, but it's not so ridiculous in a way, because it led me to think about, why people don't, some people don't like black people. Some white people don't like black people. And how to have any consistency, if you say, I don't like blacks, why don't you? Do you like coffee, chocolate, all of these things? Black clothes, a black jacket. So, it led me to thinking, well, maybe they're just dark inside. They're angry people, hateful people, harsh people. Very, very dark people inside their own head. And they don't like to look at that. So they find someone to pin it on. Somebody dark, like their own head, like everything in their head. So it's a good question to ask oneself if one has any biases like that. Where's it coming from? Where does hatred come from in anybody? You want to be consistent in thinking. And if there's contradiction in it, then we must examine why it's there and own up to it and not pin it on anyone else. And that's the whole thing, you know. Look at oneself and see where it's coming from. Biases and hatred. It's a terrible thing. In anybody.